How you doing, folks? Good afternoon. Johnny Zonzel speaking. Welcome back to my channel. So today's podcast will be about self-motivation and self-confidence. And I'm going to talk a little bit about self-esteem as well. So to get into it, get started. So self-confidence. Self-confidence is a feeling of trust in oneself. The trust in yourself. You trust yourself to do something that you have lack of doubt. You don't doubt yourself. So that's self-confidence. You're confident in yourself. Whether it be to, go to a girl and get her number, whether it be in a job interview, you're confident. You walk in there and you're confident you'll be able to carry out all the job's duties and get the job ultimately. There are many different ways we human beings display confidence. I want to talk a little bit about being cocky. Some of us, like I said, we talk about, topics and tone of voice. A lot of it could be displayed as, bragging or cockiness. Some people call being confident cocky. And when does self-confidence become cockiness or egotistical? And I found that there is no difference between a person being self-confident or being cocky or egotistical. So self-confidence and cockiness. So when does being self-confident become cocky? When does one become cocky? The word cocky, comes from the person using the word. So if you're the person using the word self-confidence or cocky, that doesn't say much about the person. It says more about the person using the word. So like it says that people that have low self-esteem or self-doubt have an issue with people that don't have any doubt or they have self-confidence. When I'm around confident people, I don't ever feel that they're being cocky or egotistical. To me, that person's fired up. He's energetic. He's set himself some goals, some accomplishments. And if I wasn't someone that's confident, I've been around people where I'm being me. If you guys know who I am, you guys know that I'm pretty cocky, or that I can be, and self-confident for many different reasons. To me, false self-confidence would be me putting down those around me so that I could feel above them. But that's not the case at all. I never put anyone down around me so that I could feel above them. I'm so caught up in my own accomplishments and my own achievements and where I've come from. I feel that I have the right to go ahead and say them out loud. Why should I be humble? Why should anyone, be humbled or have to be quiet about their own accomplishments? No, there's no need for that. So people, like where I'm saying right now, where people they have low self-esteem or a lot of self-doubt, they tend to use the word cocky, egotistical, narcissist. They feel attacked, or they feel offended. If you're someone that feels offended by someone's self-confidence, if he's not putting you down or anyone else down around him, and he's just rewarding himself and complimenting himself, or herself, what's wrong with that? Why would you feel offended? Only because you don't feel that way about yourself. You're jealous. You want this person to humble himself. You want this person to be quiet. Why does someone have to be humble? Usually people that tend to use those words like cocky, it would say more about that person, self-esteem other than the others. It depends. So like if you're someone that's self-confident and you're around someone that's self-confident, we all display confidence. I know a lot of confident people that are quiet, and I know a lot of people that are confident that are not. They brag and that's fine. That doesn't mean that it's false. It's false because I know these people. I know what they're capable of in life, and I know what they've achieved and where they came from, and they're not quiet about it. They're really loud. So it's like they let it be known where they came from and now where they're at now. And it's and to me, because I feel the same way when we're around each other, talking about our accomplishments and our achievements and what we're doing in our life right now. I don't feel negative about them because I'm doing the same. I'm a like-minded person. Like, hey man, me too, man. I'm setting myself this goal and I achieved it, conquered it, I owned it. Now I'm off to this, and it's looking good for me. And we're both talking, and we're both caught up in our own achievements. And then someone else could be hearing from the back and feel some type of way, offended and cocky, egotistical. All these words they got all these words, pompous. That have anything to do with me or the other confident person. That has to do with the person's own self-esteem, the one that's watching in the background, the one that's using the word cocky or the one that feels some type of way about us achieving. It's not the reason why I think it's okay to go ahead and be, confident, cocky, whatever you want to call it, talk about your achievements, is because it feels good, not everybody sets a goal, whether it be a small goal, like something like, oh, I'm not gonna drink soda for one whole week or one whole day. I'm gonna cut off soda for one whole day. And then they accomplish it and it feels good. They feel good. They shouldn't have to be humble about it. They should feel good about it, and post something up on the media about it, or tell someone about it at the gym, or tell your family, or hey, you know what, I didn't drink soda all week. Something little like that. Why not? It's little things like that. Not everybody has the smarts or the thought about something so small, as a milestone. People have their self set on the big picture, and to get to the big picture, you gotta do all these little. You gotta be able to test yourself, be able to try yourself, little things like that. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to the mall and I'm not gonna spend so much money, and I'm gonna save up so that I could go to a concert, things like that. And once you do it, it feels good. You don't have to be. You're not obligated to be silent about any achievement that you do, whether it be a career change or obtaining a career. Nobody's obligated to be quiet. And the fact is, people are boasting and bragging about their accomplishments. Like I see it all the time on the social media. People, and you see it in Hollywood too. The self-confident, the cocky guy always gets owned. He always gets made a fool of, and all these movies. I can go on and on about how Hollywood tries to make people confident, like make a fool of themselves, over, like Gaston, he's confident, and then they make a fool of him. Why does he have to be the bad guy? That's why the society is the way it is, because of Hollywood and stuff. People think that you gotta be humble, you gotta be quiet. I've always said this. I'll be quiet the day I'm dead. So that's why I'm really proud of my accomplishments. I always have money, or I'm always able to do whatever I want to do, because the fact is I refrain. I tell myself, I set myself a goal, like, hey, I'm not gonna spend no money on nonsense like True Religion pants. I ain't gonna spend $200 on pants. I ain't gonna spend $200 on shoes. Work out. I used to work out for 4 hours a day. I used to work out for 4 hours a day at the gym before I got into my career, and I was in like the best shape of my life. And it was always, I'd take off the shirt at the gym, and there was always that one guy that would go for 30 minutes, post pictures on the internet, and he'd take off, And it was always those guys always giving me that dirty look, like offended because I took off my shirt, and because I feel good about myself when I take off my shirt. I take off my shirt and I felt good about myself because I spent 4 hours in the gym, and there would be people that would go there for 30, 45 minutes giving me that look. You know what? Man, I punked all of them, to be honest. I don't care what people say. And I was cocky, and I walked around swinging my hips. My chest was out, my back was straight, my chin was up, and people felt offended by that. Hey, oh well. You weren't in there sacrificing like I was. You weren't waking up sore. You weren't spending 4 hours of the day in the gym. People want to say like, oh, I had a life, and I, what? Gym was my life. At that point, I didn't have a life. My life was the gym. That was my goal, was to get a certain size and tone myself. And I set that goal and I achieved it. And people want to get offended because I'm over there, calling me cocky. I heard the little talks and all. That's why I had to pull their cards. They want to talk about me taking off my shirt. They felt some type of way amongst each other. All the little sheep, they want to go in there and look good on the internet, and they take pictures of them at the gym, and then they take off 30 minutes later, not even sweating. And I'm over here busting my ass 4 hours a day at the gym, and they want to get offended because I take off my shirt. Those are the kind of people that we live amongst. People like those are the kind of people that want you to be humble. That was an accomplishment. Not everybody gets that drive to spend that much time in the gym. For as long as I did it for like 2 years. And people felt some type of way because I was always putting shirtless pictures on the internet. It was the same thing for work, So when I get into work, and I'm good at something, I always try and learn new things. People call me a kiss ass and stuff because I'm trying to learn new things, or the boss asked me to do this and it's not part of my job description. Man, I want to learn that. Why not? I might need it at my next job. But keep an open mind. As soon as something else opens up, more pay, less work, or something that I want to do, keep them myself. And I had to get called the people at work. Oh, he's doing too much. Oh, he's trying too hard. Oh, he's a kiss ass. Oh, he's just trying to move up. Oh, what's the point of even trying? They ain't gonna pay you more. I know my worth. Once I learn something and I ask them for money and they don't give it to me, I don't feel no type of way. I still work hard. I don't start slacking off and dragging my feet because they didn't give me the raise out that I want. I'll look for a job and I write down my new skill set, and then I'll find a job that will pay me what I'm worth or what I think I'm worth, and that's how it works. That's how it works. So and all those people that were over there saying that I try hard and that I'm a kiss ass and that I'm doing too much and I'm I'm an overachiever, and they're over here trying to humble me and be down, and I don't ever feel bad. Trust me, when I'm doing it, I'm cocky because I'm working hard and I know what I'm capable of. I know what I deserve. It's about obtaining skill sets to get more money in the long run. You get what I'm saying? So, people won't even apply themselves. Those people got asked, those drivers got asked to learn how to do this, and their response was, oh, what's the point? Like, I ain't gonna get the raise, or what's the point? This and that. You know what? Suckers. And they're still at those old jobs, still getting $18.50, $16, $20, because they didn't want to apply themselves. They didn't want to learn that skill set. They wanted to drag their feet, and they're still dragging their feet, and they're still complaining. They wanted me to be humble and not try so hard and trying to tell me kiss ass, and I pull their cards too. Don't worry about that. But I'm just saying, it's like they want me to be humble. I see how nowadays it's like the cocky person is the bad person. I'm looked at always as the bad person because I'm cocky, or I'm ambitious. I want to learn new things. And when you're ambitious and you want to learn new things in the work world, people tend to call you a kiss ass and all that stuff. And it's not even that. I'm securing my own self, my own financial well-being. And people that don't like that because I'm going out there and I'm trying something, people don't like that. People are gonna single you out. People are gonna put you down all the time. That's the way it works around here. But never mind that. So if you're someone out there that's going out there and making things happen, then by all means, if you're going out there and you feel good about your body, show it off, man. If you're going out there and you feel good about your financial state, show it off, man. There's no need to be humble. We're not obligated to be humble. Being humble is for the sheep. And sheep don't go nowhere. Sheep need people to tell them what to do, to feed them. And if you're a wolf, you're going out there and you're taking care of them. You're going out there and you're feeding yourself. You're going out there, you're hunting. You're going out there, you're making money moves. You're risking it. On the weekends, everybody would be going out, getting ready, making plans to go drink after work, smoke, and go hang out with these girls or these dudes. And everybody would be going to downtown and having drinks and having a blast. Everybody would be out just partying every day. And I was over there falling asleep. They were going around asking, hey, who's gonna sign up for Saturday? And I'd be raising my hand. Saturday and Sunday, I'd be raising my hand. Like, over here, I'm gonna do this amount of hours, and I'd be doing it. And I was paying for the school, and I was just taking care of I was fixing my credit. At the time, I had bad credit, and I was trying to fix everything and get everything into place on where it's going. Because I have a bigger picture. I'm not trying to get the new pair of Jordans and some new rims on my truck or anything like that. What I'm trying to do is buy property, buy real estate, like Nip Huss. He's someone that I look up to, and he's someone that I feel that we thought alike, and we think alike. So I was out there when everybody was spending their money on nonsense like new shoes, True Religion pants, $40 hats, $200 jerseys, polo shirts, all that nonsense, the Gucci belts, all that funny stuff, and then pitching in for beer and champagne and trying to shine, trying to floss. Everybody was out there, was spending their money, that they worked hard for all week on the right now. They're living in the moment. They're living in the right now. They're thinking about the right now. Let's look good. Let's do this. Let's celebrate. The weekend. Ooh, let's party. Let's blow all the money I worked hard for. Because I got through another week. That's the thing about nowadays. People are like, it's Monday morning and people are already asking, can it be Friday? Or it's Wednesday and they're already asking, can it be the weekend yet? Those are the people that ain't going nowhere in life. If you're someone that does that, you ain't going nowhere in life. You're going to be at the job you're at for the rest of your life, and you're lucky to be at that job. That's not the kind of mindset I had. First thing on Mondays, on Sundays, I'd rest up and be fired up for Mondays. Mondays is my day to shine on everybody. Everybody's hungover on Sunday. Everybody's hungover on Monday. And me, not me. We got to stay home and sleep. If anything, I go for a run. Or I go to the gym or I do something. But I don't go, I'm not going to wake up and put alcohol in my body and feel all like shit or feel like crap, because I wanted to do all that and have all this fun. And then on Mondays when I'm busting ass, working hard because I'm fired up, and all these people that are hungover, they wasted all their money on nonsense. They want to call me a kiss ass. and they want to call me a kiss ass and put me down and tell me that I'm trying too hard. Look at yourselves in the mirrors, bro, and look where you're at right now, and look where I'm at. That's just what I'm gonna say, and then so people, because I'm not restricted anymore, because all my hard work is paying off. People that have money have lost the most money as well, because it costs money to make money. It just depends how you get. And what people tend to do, small-minded people, the sheep, what the sheep tend to do is work and blow all their money on nonsense like shoes. You know what I mean? And hanging out, spending all their money on buying rounds for their friend. Now, I'm not gonna say I never did it or that I won't do it once in a while, but it has to be a special occasion. It can't be, just because the weekend's here. I'm not that small-minded where it's like, oh, because the weekend's here, I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna put hella alcohol in my body and feel like shit. Billionaires like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs, the CEO of Apple, they only have one friend. They only have one, or Steve Jobs didn't have no friends. He says, I don't have no friends. I don't have no friends, and I don't have time to hang out. And these are billionaires, people. These are CEOs of major companies like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Dan Pena, the owner of the CEO of McDonald's. They don't hang out. They don't have friends. They don't go out and hang out. They're too busy, trying to work on getting commercial land. Where can they open up their new store? These people got how many McDonald's is there in California alone? Imagine the United States offshores. And they're still over here thinking, how am I going to get more commercial land to open up another store? They're never giving up. There's never time to slow down. Always go out there and you got to be a wolf. These corporate people, they're looked at as bad people because, the stuff they do for money. Well, obviously, yeah, I know, some of it ain't good, but, like providing jobs in third worlds for 12-year-old kids, like Levi, Nike, going offshore so that they don't have to pay someone a minimum wage, or going out there and paying somebody 80 cents a day to make probably like 15 or 20 pairs of shoes and selling those shoes for like $200-300. And we're the suckers out here working our ass off all week just to get those pair of shoes. You know what? It's a dog-eat-dog world at the end of the day, and the biggest dog is gonna eat. You're either a wolf or a sheep. You're either gonna go out there and make it happen or figure out a way. And sometimes wolves don't eat, and it's okay. The thing is, at least they're trying. At least they went out there and they tried. They're not sitting there in a gate protected like sheep. They're not sitting there comfortable where they're at. They're going out there and they gotta eat, and I relate, man. I gotta go out there and I gotta eat. I'm figuring out ways how to make money and live more comfortably. And you're barely off in your journey of trying to motivate yourself, and your personal goal is to lose 10 pounds, then go for it, man. Make it happen. The thing is, you got to take action. So there's two types of people in this world: people that take action and people that don't. Dreaming is free. You could dream right now. You could be homeless and dreaming. You could be out in the streets begging for money and dreaming. Dreaming, it just means you're not taking action. What are you doing to take action in your dreams? What are you doing to make your dreams a reality? I was listening to Dan Pena, that billionaire motivational speaker, and 9 times out of 10, sheep, you're hanging around the wrong people that ain't getting you here. You're sitting down with the wrong people and stuff like that. He also says, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. I've always written down my goals and objectives and my achievements, what I'm trying to do, and when I write it down and I would see who I'm hanging out with, most of the time they weren't getting me to where I wanted to get. Steve Jobs and Dan Pena, they don't have no friends. The CEO of McDonald's, they don't have no friends. His only friend is his accountant or his lawyers. They don't have time. They ain't out there hanging out and trying to make friends, because most of the time friends is gonna prevent us to getting to where we want. All sense of success, like they got new shoes on, new hats, new clothes, a new car. Like that's false. That's small-minded sheep success. Small-minded sheep success. So like I said, folks, there's nothing wrong with being confident or cocky, whatever you want to call it. If someone has an issue with you, boasting and bragging about your accomplishments, your achievements, then that's their own issue. That's them. That's sheep right there. That's sheep behavior. And I set a goal and I conquer it, and I'm the kind of person to let it out, and everybody's gonna know that I accomplished that goal, and I ain't gonna be silent or humble about it.